Must be awful to be other kinds of stuff. You know, I'm glad I'm this. This is a pretty good deal when you consider the alternatives. Anything else, any other kind of thing, you're in the food chain. You're in the food. We are out of the food chain. I don't know if we fully appreciate the fact that we got out of the food chain. That is a massive upgrade. Because for every other living thing, life ends by being eaten. That's how all life ends, is every single life except human life. Every life ends like this. Ah! 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 We're the only ones that get to just die old in a bed. Just, I love you. Bye. I mean, imagine if we were still in the food chain on top of everything else. Imagine if we were in the food chain. It would just be another thing you gotta deal with. You're already having a bad day. You wake up in the morning, you're making breakfast, you burn your toast, and it's too late to try again. And your kid comes in and says, "Bleh," and you're like, fine. And it's just, why? You get a thing in the mail that says that your phone's different and your mortgage is another company now. What? I don't get it. Then you're walking to work like, why do I even bother? Oh, shit. God damn it. There's always fucking cheetahs at the train station. Stop it. Do you think that sharks would be embarrassed if they knew that we could all see their fins sticking out of the top of the water? I think they'd be bummed, because I don't think sharks are aware of that at all. I think sharks think they're slick. They swim around like, hey, nobody has any idea who's down here. And we're all up here like, there's totally a shark right there. It wouldn't be fun being a predator either. If you're a predator, imagine if every time you're hungry, you gotta chase a guy who's running for his life. You gotta, come on, dude, shit, get over here. And just hold him down and bite his neck till he shuts the fuck up for a minute. So you can just sit there and eat his stomach before you go to work. That would really suck. That's why animals they go, let's do this together, man. You chase the parents away, I'm gonna eat the kid, and you circle back. That's why they do it like that. Fuck it, I'm eating babies. This is bullshit. Grown-ups ain't worth the meat. Whoops. All right. Oh, shit. God damn it. Idiot. This isn't a gay voice, by the way. It's not. Shut up. Yeah. I was thinking the other day, what if there was a baby who was born, and there's been a lot of fucked up babies. There's all kinds of babies born. There's been babies with, connected at the face to a dog or whatever. There's been babies with 3 legs, with hands on them. There's been Chinese babies. That's the worst thing I ever said. I think I just finally said the worst thing I have ever said. That was totally unredeeming and horrible. And it feels good. It feels good to have found bottom. It's a comfort in knowing that I just said the worst thing I'll ever say in the rest of my life. It's good. All right. Yeah, I'm not a good guy. I am not. I wish I was a good guy. I like the idea of being a good guy.
Sometimes I have an opportunity to be a good guy, but then I don't necessarily do it.
Gravity was fucked up.
Gravity.
That didn't freak you out a little bit?
Well, 3D IMAX high. Like, you know how they have those logos? It should say, like, 3D IMAX high is the best way to see a movie like Gravity.
Yeah.
I didn't otherwise... I didn't like the performances.
Right.
And I didn't know why these are the people...
that were in the
who
movie?
are being called the astronauts.
Right.
Yeah.
It's two people, and you could have gotten anybody.
They should have just had
It wouldn't
two.
have been these two, terrific, made great contributions to theater of the screen.
Yes, of course.
But why fill their faces with chemicals to make sure they look like astronauts? I mean, you could get... There's so many people...
Right.
And also the idea that she's like a reluctant astronaut. There's no such thing as like someone's like, oh, I mean, the other thing didn't work out, so I'm an astronaut.
Yeah.
And
so
I hate
astronaut
space.
was something to fall back on.
Yeah, I'm so stressed out when I'm in space.
Like a trade.
Yes. This
What-
is what would happen if you're like, she's some scientist. You go to NASA if you got a interview.
Yeah.
Okay, you be her, okay?
All right.
And I'm going to ask you about how you feel about the program and sound a little hesitant.
Okay.
Okay, so how are you excited to try out to be an astronaut? Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of my office. There's the greatest people alive do this.
Right.
Everybody
Get the
wants
fuck
that
outta
gig.
here.
And it's their dream from the second they left the womb.
Right.
All they want to do is go
right.
into
They
space.
never gave up on being an astronaut.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you're obsessed with being an astronaut and you are the best at everything that you do, you're still going to wash out and not get to space.
Right. Yeah.
And yet this fucking like, ugh. And I get vertigo. No, you don't. Fuck you. And I don't know, whatever. And then, but when you're that fucking stoned, and you're in the picture and you're going inside of the helmet, looking at the world from inside the helmet, it's pretty cool.
Not a freak out though. You're not a freak out pot guy where it's like, this is like fucking freaking me out.
No, because they don't know I'm watching them, so they're not interacting with me. If I interact with human beings who are looking at me, I don't
freak out
like
a little bit.
That would be the thing.
Yeah.
The vastness of space thing would get me a little.
No, I could fall right into that. I was excited.
Okay.
Except for I was getting also irritated by the lack of truth with the physics. Because they had an opportunity to teach people physics.
Right. Where did they fail?
Were they
Just a
really
bunch of
off?
shit.
There was a couple of times where they said they were off, like when they were holding each other's fingers. They said all she would have had to do in real life was just pull back gently and he would have come right back.
That's right. There's the whole, basically, the entire crux of the drama of the movie was a giant fuck you to physics.
Physics.
The idea that she's holding him and there's some force pulling him more and more, like an increasing force from what? There's nothing.
Centrifugal force, was it?
No, I don't think so.
Were they spinning?
Nope.
No, they weren't.
They weren't
then
spinning.
Yeah. Okay. Well, although if she pulled like
a
that,
teeny bit, he would have come right back.
But
and also, when
she would have gone forward too.
When she's spinning,
Yeah.
and she's going,
Yeah.
oh God, close your fucking eyes, close them. You're not feeling it. You're not feeling yourself spin.
Right.
Close your eyes.
Yeah.
That's all
Because
you would
the
have to
Earth is
do.
doing this.
It's
spinning
all
around.
relative.
Close your eyes.
Like
for
the Earth. So
60 seconds.
yeah.
She wouldn't even have to be reminded. But even if, honey, close your eyes. All right. Okay, good. I'm good.
Everything's fine
I'm
now.
good.
That's a good point. But I wouldn't have thought of that if I was spinning away into nothingness either. She probably just forgot.
She forgot.
Yeah, no, she's clumsy and forgetful.
Hesitant.
She's like Lucy.
When George asked her where she's from, like when they know all that, that took me out of the movie. I'm like, they would know all that before they went up there, right? But so tell me about you. Where are you
They
from?
would know everything about
Every
each
detail.
other.
What did they talk about during the training? He just kept saying, your cunt stinks a lot. That's all he talked about in the training was how her
That
cunt
was the
was.
first 1,000 things he said. 1,001 was where you from.
Yeah,
Where are
do
you
you have
from?
any kids ever fall out of that dump?
Yeah, and guess what? If you have like a background that's edgy, like your son died,
Right.
they want, we're not putting you in space.
Right.
That's going to come up.
That could be a problem.
Yeah,
It's gonna come
you're
up.
going to bum everybody out with that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need you up there all of a sudden waxing fantastic about your kid
No.
and
Worthless.
fucking things up.
No,
Well,
billions of dollars that shit costs up there.
they had a Yeah,
they need boring, steel, fucking nerved people.
Right. You ever watch some of those guys on camera when they're having the spacewalk? Like they've got to replace that giant cooling unit that's the size of a refrigerator. Their dialogue back and forth is just the most
mundane,
technical, dull, fucking, the bolt is out.
Right.
Well, like if you ever listen to black box recordings to fall asleep at night. Have you ever jack off to black box recordings?
Yes. Yeah, voice recording.
Yes, they have some on YouTube and stuff.
I've actually was listening to some of those just last week.
Yeah.
I swear. They're fucking
they are
tragic.
the
challenges
pilots,
are going right.
even in the worst conditions, are steel until the very last second.
Yeah, then you got
They're
the
like,
old,
okay, we're going to try this. We're going to try this. This didn't work. This didn't work. The wing came off. We're going down. We're 50 yards from the ground. It's the last sound. It's like,
it is the last.
But they're not
right
panicking.
Before it, they're like, we'll try this. We'll try this.
Yeah.
That's what all pilots are like. And people in space are like the 0.00001% best of those people.
Right. That's exactly what it was.
That guy Sully who landed the plane on the Hudson, steel nerves, he would have washed out. He would have never made it.
Never would have made it to space. Yeah. Something fucked up there. Yeah. He would have been fucked. But meanwhile, in the plane, we're not going to make it. We're in the river.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to try the river.
We're going to try the river.
We're going to try the river.
That's literally what he said.
Right.
Well,
I mean, I don't look at stuff on TV as segregated comedy or drama.
Right.
Like most things actually that are sold as comedies don't make me laugh. Like I haven't watched a comedy movie that's really made me laugh. To me,
please, you didn't go see the Fockers movie? Come on.
Yeah, that's a movie made for you, Lou.
It's funny
because made for you.
Robert De Niro, his comedies are so bad, but his dramas are hilarious. To me, two of the funniest movies in history are Goodfellas and Raging Bull. Two hilarious movies, not sold as comedies. They're not supposed to be funny.
What was the last comedy you laughed at? Do you remember?
Fuck, I don't know. Maybe Dumb and Dumber.
Wow.
Like, that made me laugh just because of how dumb and dumber it was. Yeah, exactly. But other than that, I haven't really laughed at a lot of... Sometimes I watch Family Guy on Netflix to fall asleep. Like, it's something that actually helps me fall asleep. And it makes me laugh really hard. But there's something... because it's a cartoon, I think it's just because it's cartoons put me to sleep. Because it's one-dimensional and it has...
Sure.
A sing-songy way of it. Family Guy has these voices that talk like, dang it, man, so it kind of puts me to sleep.
It's kind of funny
actually,
that you say that.
And I kind of hated it the first time I saw it because it's so jokey. But but I gave it a chance because you should
love the characters.
When you adjust to something you're not used to. That's what a lot of people just won't do that. They're like, this isn't what I am sure is already good. So I hate it.
This is not what I'm used to.
But if you make an adjustment, and actually if something's not what you're used to, then you might find a new thing to laugh at, which there's nothing better in life. And if Family Guy does that for me, it surprises me with a constant stream of jokes. And then I go to sleep.
You made a great point during the break when we were just chit-chatting. You said you like being surprised by things.
That's the best thing you can do.
Fuck yeah.
Is to find entertainment or humor or intrigue in a location of people's minds that they haven't found it before.
And it goes back to that poker scene you did, which Jim Norton's in, and all the guys, where you guys are just busting each other's balls.
It starts as just, and also because it was early in the season, I liked that people would be, I'm aware of the context of an episode now, from having done Lucky Louie taught me a lot as far as like just coming on TV all of a sudden.
Sure.
And what that means. So I knew people would be like, they'd start watching the poker scene thinking, okay, so we're going to once in a while see Louie and his buddies playing poker. This is an introduction. And they banter and they make gay jokes because that's just what fellas are like. And then that episode just stumbles into this fucked up territory, and then all of a sudden you're not laughing and you're watching this guy talk about this thing, and then I make a joke in the middle of it, which is really inappropriate, and so it's wait a minute, am I supposed to be laughing at this or not?
Right.
And then it goes away. The episode isn't even about that, and we never saw that group of guys again.
I fucking hate you. I'll tell you why, because you just explained what I thought. Like, okay, the poker...
Yeah, but hate's not the way to deal with it.
No, I hate Louis. But I thought you were going to keep going back. That would be a central thing of your show. Right. Absolutely, I bought into that. Like, okay, they're going to be doing poker every once in a while,
right,
to just kind of have a little fun and beat each other
again.
up. And it never happened again. You surprised me with that.
We might in season 2 have another poker game. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
But you didn't have to go there again.
No, I didn't have to. And again,
other shows would have. Other shows would have.
Every show would have.
Well, there were some lines that were
Every show would have done it.
You should have done something like we were playing cards and someone should have said liquor in the front, poker in the back, and just give you a little finger like that.
A little finger on the side.
Yeah, a little joke.
That would have been good. Maybe we'll come back and do that. No, and we didn't come back to it. And other shows would have been pressured by a network to. We love the poker,
Please
guys.
do more poker, right?
Let's hear.
Yeah, that's
what Eddie Brill has to say this week. Maybe he gets sad.
Yeah.
Oh, they would.
And not only would they do poker, but every episode, every poker scene would start with guys razzing each other and then getting serious. It would have happened over and over again.
Same exact way. Oh,
right.
God, they just know how to unfunny shit up.
There was originally a second scene to the poker thing, and we shot it and I didn't use it, which is that at the end, it was going to be kind of bookends, and at the end of the episode, I'm on stage, because I used to do the bits about the word faggot, cunt, and nigger. Like, that was my chunk of inappropriate words bits that I did then.
Inappropriate?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh.
A little bit. And so I do the poker thing to address the word faggot, and then you see me on stage doing my bit about nigger and the N, people saying N-word instead of nigger and that stuff. And then Hannibal Buress, who's in the poker scene, the black comedian, comes up to me and goes, "Hey, man, you know, I see you banished faggot from your act, but you got nigger going strong. What's up with that?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't mean it that way." He's like, "Yeah, no, I get it, but, you know, I hear Rick say all this stuff. Do I have to now explain to you what nigger means? Does that, you know..." And I'm like, "Geez, come on, man." And he's like, "I'm just saying, if you're going to say nigger, say faggot. I mean, it's not fair." So we actually, we actually shot it and then didn't use it because the sound was shitty and just.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Otherwise, I probably would have kept it.
How great is it that the network lets you say nigger and faggot, though, is in the right context? It's just great that they don't fucking bother you.
Well,
nice.
The standards person at FX is really smart, and she calls me whenever we, you know, that poker scene was much dirtier at one point.
Really?
And John Landgraf, the FX president, called me and said that he loved the scene and that he wanted to put it early in the run so that it would get reviewed and it would be part of what people would notice about the show. He said, but it's too dirty. He said, if you want to keep it as dirty as it is, we have to bury it like 12 episodes deep.
Wow.
Because it was so just cum, every other word, cum, suck cock up the ass, eat dicks, cum. And he said, if you can tone it down in just the amount of times you use those words, then and he said, but it's totally your choice. He said, I think it's worth it because then that episode will get, that's a weighty scene and it's worth doing. So I went through it to see if I could cut it down without hurting it. And I cut out like this part where I go, where I say, how come you have to wear shoes at the club? And Rick says, because the floor gets full of cum. And Nick DiPaolo goes, all right, we get it. And so I manufactured a cutoff where Rick goes, well, the floor gets full of, all right! And he cuts him off and doesn't let him say it.
Right.
I manufactured that in the editing, and I realized, you know what, this is actually making the scene better.
Sure.
That Nick gets nervous enough about the stuff that stops it from being said.
Yeah.
And I used that way of cutting it down. I didn't have to cut out as much as I thought I would. And I showed it to Landgraf, and he said, we can do that. And I'm so glad we did, because that episode partly is the reason the show got notoriety,
and that scene's gone viral for you.
Yeah, and there's this website for gay people called AfterElton.com. It's a very big gay website, and they called me up. This guy called me up and said, "Well, I don't understand how this scene talking about gay people came from a straight guy." He's like, and he wanted to know how a straight person ends up with this point of view. Oh, maybe I'm gay. I don't know. I haven't sucked a dick yet. Yeah, but hey, if I'm a closet gay, let me find out soon. I'm almost fucking 50. Now, get it out in the open so I can start taking advantage.
But
how awesome would that be? To all of a sudden, open your fucking horizons. But
at 50, you can just go, fuck it.
To go, oh my God,
why not?
There's twice as many people I can fucking.
Why not? Apparently, that's exactly what was tweeted on my fucking Twitter yesterday.
Yeah,
it said for the new year, I'm going to try buy so I could double my choice out there because I had left my my iPad out and keep.
Life is short. Life is very short. I like life. I like it. I feel like even if it ends up being short, I got lucky to have it, because life is an amazing gift when you think about what you get with a basic life. Not even a particularly lucky life or a healthy life. If you have a life, here's your boilerplate deal with life. This is basic cable, what you get when you get life. You get to be on Earth. First of all, oh my God, what a location. This is Earth, and for trillions of miles in every direction, it fucking sucks so bad. It's so shitty that your eyes bolt out of your head because it sucks so bad. You get to be on Earth and look at shit. As long as you're not blind or whatever it is, you get to be here, you get to eat food, you get to put bacon in your mouth. I mean, when you have bacon in your mouth, it doesn't matter who's president or anything. You just, Every time I'm eating bacon, I think I could die right now, and I mean it. That's how good life is. You get to fuck. That's free if you're smart. That comes with. That's part of the deal. Where else are you gonna get that deal? You get to put your dick in there and go in and out. Pretty good. And if you're a woman, you get to just lay back and just have a dick just shoving in and out of you awkwardly. Anytime you want. Anytime you want. If you're a gay man, you get to just fill your boyfriend's ass with your dick. Just fill it all the way to the balls. And it's nice and warm and tight in there. And he's your buddy. If you're a lesbian, you get to do all the stuff they're doing. And, it's a great deal. You get to eat, you get to fuck, you get to read To Kill a Mockingbird. It's a great life.
Thank you very much. Thanks, everybody. Hello. Nice to be here. How are you doing? Good. Good. Nice to be here. I'm broke. Anybody else broke? You ever get so broke that the bank starts charging you money for not having enough money? That's fucking broke, man. Bank called me up. They're like, "Hi, we're calling because you don't have enough money." I'm like, "I know." She's like, "Sir, you have insufficient funds." Well, that's a good way to put it, too. I agree with that. I find my funds to be grossly insufficient. Thanks for calling. Why are you mad at me? I don't understand what. How is this something I'm doing to you? She's like, "Sir, you only have $20. That's not enough. You can't only have $20. I'm like, "Look, I'm not being broke just to fuck with you. I just really don't have any money. I'm not trying to be a dick. My life is shitty." So they charged me. They charged me $15. That's how much it costs to only have $20. But here's the fucked up part. Now I only have $5. What did I pay the $15 for if I don't get to have the $20 that I paid to have? I paid the fucking money. Where's my $20? That's like going to the movies. You buy your ticket and they go, "Get the fuck out of here. Go home." But I paid for the movie. No, you paid for a ticket, motherfucker. You didn't pay for a movie. You ever have negative money? That's depressing, isn't it? You look at your bank account, negative $10. That's how much I have now. Negative 10. That means I don't even have no money now. I wish I did. I wish I didn't have anything. I wish I just had nothing, but I have less than that. I don't have none. I have not 10. I can't, if it's free, I can't fucking afford it. Somebody could come up to me, "Take this, it's free." Fuck, that costs nothing. I can't afford that. That's more than I have. I gotta raise $10 to be broke. That's where I'm at. That's not good. That's bad. Apparently some of you are in the same fucking position. How's your economy doing? Shit. No, I'm glad you appreciate that story. Not everybody appreciates that story. I told that story about a week ago in Orange County, California, and all these rich motherfuckers looking at me with their bow tans and their golf shirts and penny loafers. They're all looking at me like, well, yeah. Like, you were financially irresponsible, you had to pay the price. I don't frankly see what you're angry about. The bank has a right to accrue a fee, clearly. That's how different it is to be rich than it is to be poor, because when you're rich, the bank pays you for being rich. If you have a lot of money, they give you money because you have a lot of money. They say, you have so much money that we should give you some. Because you have a lot, you should have more. Here, take more money. Take this guy's 15, fuck him, you should have it. It makes perfect sense. He doesn't have enough, you have a lot. Fine, take it all, you motherfuckers. I don't give a shit. You ever get so broke it just becomes funny to you after a while? You go, Jesus Christ! I have no fucking money! Jesus! People call you, hi, we're gonna turn off the... Yeah, fuck it! Turn it off, man! Turn it off! I don't give a shit! When can you make a payment? I ain't paying anything! What am I gonna fucking pay you with? I fucking sold the phone. I don't need it now. Damn it, man. This shit's brutal. I live in New York too, and man, you can't get along with no money in New York. You gotta live in these tiny places. I have this apartment, right? And we have this, okay, here's the toilet, right? I'm on the toilet. This is how small the apartment is. The tub is right here, like right next to the toilet. Then there's a wall, like right fucking here, like right, there's no... You get squeezed in, and here's the worst part. I have to put a foot in the tub to use this toilet, because otherwise I gotta go like this. Who shits like this with their knees together? I'm pooping. No, you gotta fucking dig in. You gotta get into it. And in order to achieve this position, I have to put a foot in the tub. Now try putting a foot in the tub when your pants are at your ankles. You can't, they both want to go, right? So I have to take off the whole pant leg, which means I have to take a shoe off every time I take a shit. Every time. And sometimes that's okay, but a lot of times it fucking isn't okay. Sometimes I didn't plan effectively, and I'm 10 blocks from my house, and I've got to shit. You know when you can't run because you'll bounce it out, so you got to kind of glide, and you're going, come on! God damn it! And you stop occasionally, fuck! Come on, man! God. Okay, I'm gonna make it. And I always get to this point where like, I'm gonna make it. I'm fucking fine. I'm fine. Mind over matter. I'm gonna make it. And then I see my house. I just see it. And my eyes tell the rest of me, fuck it, man. Let go. We're here. There's no need to hold on anymore. We've made it. Because my eyes are fucking retarded, and they don't know the difference between the outside and the inside of my house. So now I got like Olympic seconds to fucking get in my house and open the door to the bathroom, and I gotta take a fucking shoe off? Are you... I have shit my pants 13 times. I couldn't keep a straight face with that. All right. Oh, shut up. You better leave now. It doesn't get any better. Anyway. No, sorry, blah, blah. So anyway, no money, I guess I'm white trash officially, and white trash is a very funny expression to me because it's the only racial expression you can use, and no one gets offended. Nobody gives a shit when you say white trash. Nobody gets all quiet like, hey man, why are you talking like that? That's not cool. Nobody defends white trash. You can be talking to the most liberal hippie in the world. You go, hey, I saw this guy, he was white trash. He'll go, ha ha, fuck that guy. White trash piece of shit. Let's laugh at him because he's poor and he's starving to death. Fucking loser. He lives in a trailer because he can't afford a house. Let's go shit right in his face right now. That's why they're funny to us, because they're fucking poor. He wears stupid clothes because they're fucking free so he can eat. Ha fucking ha. Man, it's depressing in this country. You ever drive through whole towns where everybody's life is shit in the whole town? Everybody's just standing in front of their house like... I don't know, man. This is a weird election, too. People got weird, man. I was driving through this town in upstate New York. This guy's standing there with a sign that says, honk if you love America. Now, I love America, but I'm looking at this guy and I'm thinking, what the fuck are you doing, man? This is your day? You're gonna stand at this red light with this fucking sign? What is wrong with you? And he's looking at me because he's angry that I haven't honked yet. And now he's trying to intimidate me. He's like, fucking honk, motherfucker! Honk! And then I decide, you know what, I'm not honking. And you know why? Because fuck this guy, that's why. He doesn't get to decide this rule for the whole fucking intersection. Just because he's got a magic marker and no job, now I have to honk? Or otherwise I'm a fucking commie? Fuck him. What if I go up to him with a t-shirt that says, lick my balls if you love Jesus? Come on, man, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. What are you, a Jew? Lick him!
Don't get to precede your shows with a soliloquy about the context.
I really am a naive 8-year-old.
You know what I mean? It's like every time I've edited, when you put together, but it's a good question because when you put together shows, whenever I've edited something with someone else, one of the reasons I love doing my show is that I edit it myself, because when you edit with somebody and they're doing something that's not working, and you go, or when somebody shows me something of theirs, like if I have a friend who's doing a TV show and they show me a cut of it, and I go, this part was confusing, I'm not getting that. And then they explain it to me. No, see, this is from before when he did the thing and that when I showed that. And I always say to them, well, as long as you're sitting next to every viewer giving that explanation, then go ahead and cut it that way. But people take stuff in this raw way. And most people don't really remember what they saw, and most people don't really take in about 60% of what they're watching. So I think the context of Lucky Louie was that no show looked like it. No one knew why the fuck we would make a show that looks like that. And no one had ever seen a show that had a basic 3-camera family format where we would say cunt and fuck.
Laughs too, by the way. I went back and forth with the critic because the laughs were so booming that people thought, and this is one of the things I loved about you, is that you would never sweeten, and you did not, like a lot of times we would do a joke, it didn't work. Yeah. And you'd come to me and go, all right, what do you got? Let's try something else. We would try something else. Sometimes that would work, sometimes it wouldn't. But you always left it. If the joke didn't get a 9, you left it as a 6. You didn't change. Those were real laughs.
Well, a show is supposed to have a ebb and flow. Any scene in any show should have a quiet part, a loud part, explosions, parts where you come back a little bit. It's like watching a baseball game. You're watching a game develop. You're watching the show, you're watching a guy's at-bat develop. You're watching him work the count to 3-1, whatever it is. And then you know, wow, there's potential now because there's 3-1. Oh, fuck, he missed. So now now it's even potential. You're watching this, and then when the guy hits a home run, it's a huge victory. But the way people make TV now is that they just wanted to... I mean, what would it be like if every baseball game was just home runs?
Right.
Home runs. There were not even outs, just till everybody gets tired and goes home.
Yeah.
It's boring. So to me, a show should have this natural feeling to it, which our show did. A scene would develop. Some parts would work, some parts wouldn't. Some parts would explode, and it would mean something. Instead of this, every TV show now just has exactly the same laugh for every joke. It's unwatchable to me.
It's awful.
But it is what TV has been. And had been when Lucky Louie came on. What was that? 2005.
It might have been 6 or 5 or 6. Yeah, it might have been 5.
So I'm going to say there was a good 25 years of TV made exactly the same way. How the fuck do you beat that? I mean, how do you come on and not be seen as just a jarring, strange, and intelligent people didn't understand it. Intelligent people said there's a laugh track. I mean, we even had us saying, like when they did in Happy Days, when Happy Days came on, there was a credibility problem for sitcoms because of the laugh track. They had overused the laugh track. So Gary Marshall on the Three's, not Three's Company, Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley, they had one of the characters say Happy Days was filmed before a live audience. They said it out loud.
Yes.
They didn't even print it. They said it out loud to make sure you knew that they're not fucking, that these laughs are real. We did the same thing. We felt like we needed to do this.
Pam would do it, right?
Pamela did it. I did it. Did you ever do one?
I never did one, no.
And then we did that, and people would, fucking professional TV reviewers would watch the show, hear that with their ears, and they would write canned laughter.
You know what's and this is what they didn't see, is a lot of times before the show, you'd go out and talk to the audience, and I remember you saying something to the effect of, don't laugh if you don't think it's funny. If you think it's funny, laugh. If you don't think it's funny, don't laugh. You really, you kind of told the crowd it was okay just to relax and react naturally, which to me just makes people feel comfortable to laugh.
Well, I still say that when I film stand-up for my show now, because a lot of my show has me doing stand-up at the club, at the Comedy Cellar, I tell that audience, because every audience thinks they're an actor in the show. But they're supposed, like, because you go to like Letterman or TV tapings, and they tell you to really go nuts. And I don't think anything sickens me more than manufactured enthusiasm. People when, this guy, woo, and they all go fucking bananas.
It's hard.
You're left out of it. I don't think anyone. I mean, like, I remember when I did Hilarious. Well, the first time I did produced my own special was Chewed Up, and the producers said, we want you to look like you're a rock star when you walk on that stage. And I said, why? I'm not. I'm a comedian, and I don't. When I'm watching something, I don't like Dane's special Vicious Circle when it comes out to and there's a stadium of people cheering him on. If you're a new viewer and you don't know who this guy is, you're like, well, I guess this is some party I missed, because I just want to watch a person go on and earn their credibility from scratch. So I tell the audiences at the Comedy Cellar, don't have it. You're here because I'm doing a show for you. You're the audience. So make me earn it. Don't laugh if it's not funny.
I also feel embarrassed when they're too hyped up and I walk out. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to live up to this. And I know you were put up to it.
Yeah, exactly.
When they do a special, I went bananas when I just used it, shooting for HBO. Yeah. And they were having, we were doing Down and Dirty, and they were having the audiences laugh. Give us a laugh. And the crowd laughs.
That's the worst thing in the world. And I've had fights with directors about that they want to get laughs for editing purposes. If you can't edit a concert without those extra laughs, you're a fucking moron. It's hard. It's a challenge. Like, I've had moments where you're trying to make an edit in a special that's got a hiccup in it, and you go find a piece of a laugh somewhere else to use, or a piece of applause, and it never ends up working anyway. You end up just doing another cut. But when they do that to an audience, they make an audience feel like assholes, and they lose a lot of your credibility before you come out.
Because then then the reaction becomes almost like when someone pokes you, you go, ow! It's almost like, ah! They understand the rhythm of the punchline.
Yes.
And it's not fucking natural.
They're not listening anymore.
It's so encouraging to see that, because it's like, you didn't clean up, you didn't fucking change who you are, you're still the same fucking despicable wretch, and it's like, you're doing it, I was like, your way, but you're doing what you want to do, and it's fucking working, man. And it's like, what inside of you gives you the fucking ability to do that and not just go, fuck this, I'm humiliated, I can't do it?
Well, it's every failure I've ever had, because I have failed hard, and I've been the center of negative attention. At least twice, with Pootie Tang and Lucky Louie.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that enjoyed trashing that show.
Yeah, they did, right? It was fucking irritating.
And there was people that attacked it unnecessarily. I remember after we were on the air for 8 months, we had weathered the storm. There was this feeling like we had our bad reviews, we had our good reviews, And with that information, the American public is deciding to watch the show. We're growing. And then a reviewer here in New York, David Abancooley,
scumbag.
He didn't review the show. The Daily News, his paper, had reviewed it with another reviewer who said positive things about it. He didn't write a review and analyzing the show, which I think is what critical writing is supposed to be, analysis of art. I think it's a legitimate field to be an expert in television, watch TV shows, and then write an analysis. When you critics are supposed to do this, write what the show is like, describe it from a professional point of view. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just a viewer, but this is what this show is. I don't think it works because of these reasons. Here's the historical context of it. It's much like this show, much like this other. Here's what I think they're trying to do. Here's where I think they fail.
Right.
But he didn't do that. He wrote one of these. Reviewers believe that they should be affecting how TV's made, and they think they should, they like that power. So he wrote an article that the gist of it was HBO needs to cancel Lucky Louie, even though it only has 4 episodes left, and even though HBO doesn't need to cancel shows because they don't sell advertising. If you have a show that's ratings are poor, the advertisers are losing money, so you have to cancel it before it's finished. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
HBO is a subscription service,
right,
and it doesn't have a reason to cancel. There's by canceling a show, and our ratings were increasing. So David Bianculli wrote they should cancel the show to make a statement that they know the show is a mistake, and he put people's fucking jobs on the line. He doesn't. You know what I mean? If you don't like a show, that's one thing. And if you write and trumpet your hatred for a show, you're welcome to do it. But there are people who like it, and there are people who are making it, and it's their life. Like, it was just, to me, it was like a way overstepping. Like, who the fuck needs to read this?
Didn't he get? He's not with the Daily News
I don't know. I have no idea.
I think he was fired, or
might be a guy who I'd read something else of his that I would, but he took this.
No, I detest him. I hope he's a lump somewhere.
Reason to fucking write that, and I wrote him an email telling him that I objected and then I erased it. I've done that a lot. I've written a lot of angry emails and erased them just as a way to get it out. But anyway, you asked me something a long time ago. The point is, I've been the center of attention, of negative attention, a couple of times. I've had my worst nightmare come true, and I survived it. It didn't hurt me as badly as I thought it would, and indeed, I gained every time, gained hugely, and I wouldn't trade those bad experiences for anything. So what that tells me is when I start trying something, the bad version of it, I could take it. Like, I have no fear because my worst fears have been realized, and it wasn't so bad. It would be like if you started boxing and you're like, I'm afraid to get punched in the face. Anybody is. And your first few times you get punched in the face, you're like, I don't hate this.
Right.
And I'm good at the boxing.
And I'm not dead.
I'm not dead. I don't hate it. And I'm succeeding sometimes. Why? This is what I'm going to do. You know what I mean?
And you have complete control here.
Oh, at FX is totally unbridled control. But it comes with good. I mean, it comes with credibility. I've had failures, but I've turned shit out. And by the way, the 2 failures that I've had have both, in my view, been vindicated by people watching. People still watch. Like, I drove with a suspended license, so I got arrested. And the judge was like, your record is reprehensible. You show no remorse. You do nothing but repeat your offenses, and I'm going to go the limit with this. Then the next guy's like, this guy threw a rock through a window, literally, and set a fire. And then passed out in the street. And he goes, are you in a program, young man? He goes, yes, sir, I am. I went, okay, good for you. Good luck. I wish you all the luck in the world. All the luck. All of the luck in the world.
In the world.
I want everyone else to have bad luck so that you can have good luck, you stupid drunk from Mansfield, Massachusetts.
Joe had a little run-in years ago. Years ago, Joe wasn't able to get license, registration, insurance, anything. He was like in that realm of your life when you go through that.
That's me right now.
So at the time, especially, the Reggies were a lot different on the windshield. It was just the sticker. So he drew one. He looked at one, got some colored construction paper, and drew the lines with a ruler. It used to just be like a grid with some holes that they punched in it on the date, almost like your inspection sticker still looks here in New York. And he drew it up, taped it to the windshield, and unless you were right on top of it, it looked perfect. Wow. Couldn't even tell. So his car breaks down on the parkway, and he's underneath the car, and a cop comes up and starts talking. So Joe's like, let me get my stuff out of the car. So he goes to go into the car, and the cop's kind of still looking at his tire, I think, had bent or something like that. So Joe just scrapes the crap right off the windshield. So the cop couldn't see it. And he goes, where's your registration? Everything. He goes, oh, no, I don't have one. And he wrote him up for everything. Joe goes to court and just says, I wasn't driving. Because my car was broken down on the side of the parkway. Right. And it didn't matter how it got there or anything, because you could say I was trailering it, I was towing it. Yep. It was anything. So he got away without anything.
That's amazing.
And there he was driving with this forged government documents. And
I got arrested once at the Holland Tunnel because this is how bad I was. My license was revoked. Not suspended, but revoked.
That's bad.
And I had, crazy amounts of warrants, open warrants. And the car I was driving had the plates from a different car.
Oh, that's never good. The cops don't like that.
No, and the plates were bad anyway. So, I mean, in other words, the car that they came from had expired. The plates were expired and from another car.
Wait, for anyone that doubted Louis was Mexican.
And I was coming through the Holland Tunnel, and I had no money. That's where it all started. That I pulled. I came up to. I was one of those things where I pulled up to the toll booth and said, "Hi, I have no money. What do you do? How do we do this?" And the guy said, "Just give me your license, and I'll fill out a thing." And I go, "It's not on me." And he goes, "Give me your registration." I go, "I don't have that either." He says, "Give me your name and your social security number."
You just said how smart this guy is, Jimmy.
Yeah, exactly.
This isn't a smart thing.
No,
you're right.
And then he made me pull over, and I went to jail. First, he put me in a jail cell that's under the Holland Tunnel toll booths. There's a jail cell.
There is?
Yeah, he took me down some stairs.
Hey, you got to see something most people don't get to see.
Right. Yeah.
Unless you're a scofflaw, not a criminal.
Exactly. And I slept the night. I actually spent the night. I just slept in a little jail cell down there. And then they transferred me to Weehawken County Jail, and that was the worst thing that ever happened to me in my life.
Was that one under a photo match? Where's that
Weehawken is a really bad. It's a really bad jail.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Why? I would not have thought that at all.
It's terrible. People are throwing food out the windows all the time because of the food. I mean, I almost puked just taking a bite out of a sandwich there.
Was it violent there, frightening?
Yeah, it was really scary. It was really bad.
Weehawken, who would have guessed?
Yeah, it's really bad.
It's not.
It's mostly New York drug addicts that get taken, because the New York jails overflow, and they start letting the Port Authority arrest people so that they can take them to New Jersey, because Port Authority is New York, New Jersey. So,
how long were you in for?
Like a day and a half. I was in, for a morning, afternoon, night, and the whole next day. It was horrible.
That's a long time.
Well, and when I got there, I was in a holding cell, and one of the guys in the holding cell said to me, "Don't let him take you out of this cell, because you'll never be heard from again. If you get moved to a permanent cell, they'll never find you. They lose people because it's a bad bureaucracy." And everybody in the cell agreed, don't leave this cell. And a cop would come once in a while and say, "We got to move you," and I'd go, "No." He said, "Just say no." I'm like, "How do you just say no to?" And I go, "No, I'm not moving." And he goes, "Come on, we're moving you to permanent cell." And I go, "I'm not leaving here." And he goes, all right. That kept happening. I just kept refusing to leave.
How do you refuse?
Just say no.
Wow, I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah.
No, let me out.
It's really
I don't belong here.
No, and the worst part was that there was a toilet just in the middle of the floor of the whole place, like in the middle of the room.
Yeah, you would just have to sit there.
Sit there and
There's no
close.
There's no privacy.
I bet I got dumped even though I didn't
No,
say
it didn't.
I think you stopped it.
So wait, did you get moved to a permanent cell? You'd be there for a week, maybe.
Basically, and I mean, I was because I made bail before I even arrived, because I called. I used the phone in the Holland Tunnel cell, and I made bail right away, but it took 2 days for the bail to find me.
Oh,
it's amazing,
man.
Yeah, it's bad.
How much was bail?
The system is bad. Oh, I mean, I had to pay. Yeah, it was like
nothing.
No, it was a lot. It was like $600 or something. I mean, for me, that was a lot then. Now I would. You're like, I'll pay $6 million to get out of here. I don't have that kind of money.
Figure we could take care of it right here in Brainerd. Give him that one.
Exactly. Right here in Brainerd.
I just want to be in full compliance.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, E-Rock. Yes.
Yes, because that helps
Fargo song.
They want more stuff.
I live in New York City, and it's okay there. I live in a nice building. I never lived in a nice place before. When I was growing up, I had no money. I mean, my mom didn't matter. I was a child. But I'm not used to it because it's nice. There's like a pretty courtyard with flowers and a fountain with little marble boys pissing. I don't know. What is it with fountains? Like, all fountain sculptors are pedophiles, basically. You can't get a fountain made without... Can you make me a fountain? Yes, I'll get started right away. Oh, yes! Yes! It's finished! And it's just little boys pissing on the face of a Greek god that looks like him a lot. It's piss on me forever! Anyway, there's one of those in the courtyard of my building. And my first week in the building about a year ago, I went down to the courtyard for the first time. And I didn't look too good, you know? It was a Sunday morning. That's my least presentable hour. There's a lot of, you know, just stains, just like, you know, food and me and whatever. And so I'm sitting there. So, shut up. Oh. Anyway, but so there I was. I'm sitting on the stone bench of this courtyard and feeling a little out of place. You know, there's these fancy doormen and stuff. And then there's this guy looking at me. I notice he's looking at me from across the courtyard. And he's all spiffy looking. He's got brown shoes and he's looking at me like, I could tell he was thinking I don't live in the building. He thinks I just wandered in off the street and sat in the courtyard. I could tell he's thinking of coming over and dealing with me on his own. And I'm sitting there thinking like, oh, please do that. Yes, please, come on. And I'm trying to look even more gross. And I'm like, pulling up my shirt. And then I see him go, oh, no, that's not going to do at all. And he comes over to me. And I'm like, I'm so excited to have this thing. The confrontation where I'm not wrong at all. And he thinks I am. So he comes over, says, excuse me, do you live in this building? And I said, no. Because why not start there? I said, no. He goes, well, then what are you doing here? And I said, I just need to rest. I'm having a hard time. He says, this is private property. And I said, well, I don't really believe in that. You know, just the worst things I could say from his point of view is basically all the things I was saying. And he goes, well, if you don't leave, I'm going to talk to the doorman. I was like, can I just stay like 5 more hours? So he's, no. And he goes over to the doorman. And I see him talking about me to the doorman like this. And then I see the doorman going, oh, no, that guy lives here. That's okay. And the look on his face, it was just so, it was this beautiful cocktail of anger and confusion. It's like I had invented a new way to hurt somebody's feelings. That's how excited I was.
Say, I'd like to be a better person. I would. I'd like to be a better person. And I think I'm getting worse as a person. Because as you get older, you start finding out, like, let me give you an example before I rented a car a couple of weeks ago in Los Angeles, had the car for a few days, and then when I went home, I had to drop the car at the rental place. You know, you gotta go to the rental place that's off the airport, give them the car, give them your thing with the mileage, you gotta get on a bus, and then go to your terminal and check in. I was late, and I was worried about missing my flight, so I knew I had no time to do any of that. So I never did this before. I just drove my car right to the terminal and just left it there. And I got on the plane. And once I was on the plane and I had a little moment, I called Hertz and I said, hey, listen, your car is sitting out in front of Terminal 4 and the keys are in it. So that's where it is. And the guy was like, you can't do that. You have to return it to this location and then get... And I go, well, I didn't do that already. And now I'm leaving California. So if you want your car, you need to go to that place where it is. And he was like, oh, Jesus, man. All right, we'll get it. And that was the end of it. And I realized I could do this every time. Every time I rent a car, because of course they want you to do all that shit. But if you don't, they still want the car back. They're gonna send a dude. You could drive a car till you don't want it. Just get out of it while it's moving and just walk away. Well, I don't feel like being in that car any longer. Just call Hertz. Hi, your car is drifting into the intersection of 28th and Broadway. If you're interested, it's now your problem. But see, this is a terrible realization. Because you should act in a way that if everybody acted that way, things would work out. You should, because it would be mayhem if everybody was like that. And most people kind of don't care. Most people are very selfish. Most people don't give a shit what happens as long as they get to do their favorite thing. People don't even want to back off from their favorite thing. They won't even do their second favorite thing. Like, you ever seen somebody like they're at an intersection and they want to make a left, but they're in the all the way right lane because they messed up. So now okay, here's the guy. He's in the right lane, and there's a lot of cars, like 6th Avenue, like a lot of cars, and he wants to make that left. So what does he do? He just does it anyway. He just goes ahead and he just shoves his car through everybody's life without any... And everybody's honking and outraged, and you always see the guy go, I have to. There's no other possible thing I could do. What else could I do except go up one more block and then go left and take 4 seconds? That's not my favorite way, though. That only meets 99% of my criteria. But I'm selfish. I would like to be a better person because I got kids. And I want to, pass on a better... But sometimes it's not clear what the right thing is to do. Like one time I threw a candy wrapper on the street. And I didn't do it like, yeah. I just... yeah, take that shit, street. I did it because I was, like shaking. I wanted the candy. Anyway, I was with a friend who said to me, you just littered on the street. Don't you care about the environment? And I thought about it and I said, you know what? This isn't the environment. This is New York City. This is not the environment. This is where people live. New York City is not the environment. New York City is a giant piece of litter. It's like the giantest, next to Mexico City, the shittiest piece of litter in the world. Just a pussy, runny, smoking, stinking piece of litter. So if you have a piece of litter, what are you supposed to do with it? You should throw it on the pile of litter. Because if you don't, if you put it in a receptacle, then it gets collected, and it gets taken to a dump in a landfill, and then it goes on a boat, and it goes out and gets dumped in the ocean, and some dolphin wears it as a hat on its face. For 10 years, this hat that never dissolves on its face. Oh. Jesus. I mean, everything that we introduce to the world is shitty. Meaning white people. Because I really think that white people are from like another planet. Because when we came to America, it was so nice. It was just Indians, and they weren't even Indians. We called them that by accident, and we still call them that. Like we knew in a month that it wasn't Indians, but we just don't give a shit. We never correct it. We came here, they're like, hi, and we're like, hey, you're Indians, right? And they're like, no. No, this is India, right? No, it's not. It's totally other place. You're not Indians? No. Ah, you're Indians. Yeah, Indians for hundreds of years after. We ruined everything here. This was the great, it was just coast to coast, just green and brown and beautiful. And all the humans were just walking around with painted faces, just walking. And they'd be like, ooh, that looks yummy. And then they just eat from the ground. And then they'd sleep on the grass. And they'd wake up and they'd fuck. And then they'd go for a swim and do a little dance. That was the whole continent, was just folks doing that. I mean, there was people in Mexico cutting off kids' heads and rolling them down the pyramid stairs. But that's, I mean, that's always going on. What are you gonna, you can't do a whole lot about that. But I think we came from another planet, and the reason is because we don't like it here. I mean, why, if we're from here, if we belong on Earth, why aren't we comfortable on Earth at all? We need nice, smooth surfaces and right angles, and we need it to be cool and not too hot, just a little, that's just perfect. Like, why wouldn't, when it's hot, why wouldn't we just, yeah, fuck it? Why wouldn't we be like that if we belonged here? And it's weird because people that aren't, whatever you call there's environmentalists, and then there's people who are whatever, they just hate environmentalists. But that's what people get angry at environmentalists, because they think they're slowing down the economy and creating restrictions. And a lot of these people are Christian. A lot of these people are very devout Christians. And that's such a confusing thing to me, that if you believe that God gave you the earth, that God created the earth for you, why would you not have to look after it? Why would you not think that when he came back, he wouldn't go, what the fuck did you do? I gave this to you, motherfucker. Are you crazy? The polar bears are brown. What did you do to the polar bears? Did you shit all over every polar bear? Who did this? Who spilled this shit? Who spilled this? Come over, did you fucking spill this? What is that? It's oil, it's just some oil. I didn't mean to spill. Well, why did you take it out of the fucking ground? Because I wanted to go faster. I'm not fast enough. And I was cold. What the fuck do you mean cold? I gave you everything you needed, you piece of shit. Well, because jobs. What is a job? Explain to me, what's a fucking job? You work at a place, and when people call when their game doesn't work, and you help them figure it out. What do you do that for? For money. What do you need money for? Food. Just eat the shit on the floor. I left shit all over the floor. Fucking corn and wheat and shit. Grab it up, make some bread. What are you doing? Yeah, but it doesn't have like bacon around it, and like I like when it has like bacon on it and
If there is a God, then that dude is an asshole, which I know is not a popular belief, but I do think he's an asshole, because every story, Abraham, he went to Abraham in the middle of the night. There's only like 8 guys then, and God would just, once in a while, he'd just bother one of them. So, God went to Abraham's house, and he's like, Abraham! Wake up, man! And Abraham was like, dude, what is up? What is up? And God goes, kill your son! Dude, kill your son! And Abraham's like, you mean Isaac? I don't know his name, just kill him! Just kill him! Ah. I'm God, kill him! And Abraham goes, why? Because you don't love me if you don't do it. You don't love me. Do it! So Abraham's like, dude, you are insecure. I don't understand you. But okay, fine. Goes, wakes up Isaac, takes him to a mountain somewhere. I don't know why he had to be all drama queen about it and take him to a mountain. Could have just killed him in the sleep and go back to sleep.
But he took him woke the poor kid up, dressed him, took him to a mountain. Kid's like, Daddy, what are we doing? Oh, just gonna murder you. Goes like this. God shows up right before he does it. Goes, hey, what are you doing? This is in the Bible, I swear to God. Isaac and Abraham goes, I'm killing Isaac. And God's like, why would you? That's your kid. What is wrong with you? And he's like, and he just went home feeling like a piece of shit. That God is like a shitty girlfriend. You won't do it because you don't love me. Okay, I'll do it. Why are you doing it? What the do you want from me? But that's a sin, to say the Lord's name in vain. But you don't even have to say something that terrible. You can go to hell just for saying Jesus Christ with a tone in your voice. It's all the tone of your voice. That's the weird part. It's very subtle sin, because you can say Jesus Christ, you're fine. But if you say Jesus Christ, you go to hell forever. Just for saying it like that. There must be at least one dude who was right on the line. Who was like, Jesus Christ. And then he's in hell. He's like, seriously? For that? That's it? Seriously? It was a huge pumpkin. What was I going to not say anything? It's one of the top 10 commandments. It's in the 10 commandments to not take the Lord's name in vain. Rape isn't up there, by the way. Rape is not a 10 commandment. But don't say the dude's name with a shitty attitude. I think it's so unfair, though, to send people to hell for saying Jesus Christ, because it's just too satisfying. I don't know why that is, but it just feels good. Oh, Jesus Christ! It just feels good. It cleans you out. I don't know why. What did folks say before that dude? How did anybody express themselves in a big moment before Jesus? Even the people that knew him. How did the people watching him be crucified, what could they even say watching that happen? They're like, that is bananas.
Those are life decimating moments.
They are.
When you're.
I
was in 4th grade and I had my pants were always split at the crotch because my mother shopped at King's department store, which isn't even a store anymore. King's department store. Wow. And so my pants were always split at the crotch, and I was in 4th grade, eating snack time, and I had a boner, and I wasn't aware of it. Just this little pin pushing my undies through the hole in my crotch. And I'm just unaware of it. And this girl, Jill Cassavan, who was this sweet, like she was the one I wanted, she pointed at my crotch and went, and the whole class pointed and went,
oh, God, that's a hard one to live down.
That moment is me. That's who I am. I'm that guy. Defined my whole life has been regret at that moment.
That's right up there with the guy that throws up or the girl that throws up in the cafeteria.
No, that's you. That's you then. I mean, even when I'm watching my daughter being born, the whole time I'm thinking, that was awful. My boner was sticking up. In the 3rd grade. That's how awful those moments are. Wow. Self-hate.
They carry on with you, your whole life.
Yeah. Mine's a little different than that, but one friend walks in and catches you doing something to another friend,
Laughs all around.
A lot of laughs.